Well, good morning. Welcome to day 5 of my trip. This is Sunday, June the 4th. And, yeah, penultimate day today. At the moment, it's mostly clear. You'll say mostly until I get to the north, and well, I'm not going to be able to show you from here, but there are clouds to the north, and there are a few there too. So yeah, mostly clear this morning. What they were saying earlier on the forecast was that there was a disturbance coming in from the north, from Canada, today that was going to touch off the rain. So, the fact that it's clear here doesn't necessarily mean that we're out of the woods. If you look over here, and you can see that there's a big cloud bank up there to the north. So, that's probably what's heading our way. At the moment, at least, though, it is gorgeous out here. My gas tank is on its 8th meal. Eighth meal. So it's not burning very well. Breakfast could take a while, but that's okay because I have lots of time. Despite going to bed early last night, I still didn't manage to start stirring until after 6 this morning. I don't know what's going on. I sleep quite a bit during the day, nap quite a bit during the day, and I'm sleeping long time at night. Oh well, I guess if I didn't need to, I wouldn't do it. So I've been sleeping well. Last night was beautiful, maybe a little bit on the warm side, but beautiful sleeping. This tent pad here is so nice and level. I'm not having to worry about sliding off my pad. Just wonderful. So, nice and comfortable. I've got my thermarest at just the right amount of air in it. Oh, sleeping nicely. I sleep a little bit better in my bed at home, but only a little bit. Yeah, it's been nice. It didn't take so long to heat up the water after all. I was sitting here sorting out my beer barrel, getting treats out for Sam, sorting things out. I heard a noise and I looked up at the grate, and there's my water is boiling over. It was definitely a rolling boil. So I had to take care of that real quick. So now my oatmeal, I've got the water in the oatmeal, just waiting for it to cook, and then I'll be eating pretty quick. Listening to the radio, they eat my oatmeal. I don't know if you caught that, but it's supposed to be partly sunny today. chance of rain, thunder showers this afternoon now. It's dropped down to 50% now instead of 70. And but it's just this afternoon here. And then I talked about patchy fog in the morning. Yes, I've been waiting for fog. Oh, I want to get some foggy shots. I love fog. So, and it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow, and light winds. Didn't catch the temperature, but they had been saying mid to upper 70s before. I should be out of here long before it hits the high, I think. Although I'm not in a hurry to get out tomorrow. All I have is the paddle to the end of the lake. Not even all the way to the end of the lake. But the paddle back to the portage, which if it's calm is going to be no problem at all. Then that 90 rod portage back to the car, and that portage was nothing at all. So I'm going to kind of take my time packing up tomorrow. And if it is foggy in the morning, I'll take full advantage of that. And yeah, just have kind of a slow backup day. Enjoy the morning as much as possible. Figure as long as I can get back to the car by about noon or so, I should be in good shape. And the only thing is, I gotta make sure I get up a heck of a lot earlier than 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Oh, so I guess this morning I have to see what conditions are like once I get finished with my breakfast and get all my morning chores done. And have to see about maybe going out for a paddle, maybe see about climbing those bluffs across from the campsite, get some pictures from up there. It sounds like I gotta make the most of this morning. Well, there's only a 50% chance of scattered showers this afternoon, so shouldn't be too bad anyway. But take advantage of this morning to do things, and then just plan on spending an afternoon in camp again. A few people have asked me what I use for footwear when I'm on my trips, and during warmer weather I wear these Nevados waterproof hikers. Specific model is Owen Mid, OWENMID, 2 words. They've got good tread on the bottom. They don't have a lot of problems with slippage. I've had these for, I'm thinking 3 or 4 years now. Waterproof means that they don't soak up water. Of course, water will come through, and I'm stepping in over my ankles anyway, so of course it's not keeping my feet dry, but the boots themselves are not going to have problems because they get wet. So anyway, I've been wearing these, like I said, for about 3 or 4 years. I also wear them as a, I wear them in the winter too, like when I'm going to the store or those type of things. Not when I'm tromping around in deep snow, but you know, just as a wearing around town type of boot. And so yeah, they've been pretty good to me. They are starting to show signs of age, and basically any type of synthetic waterproof hiker will work. It's imperative that they have a good sole on them with good grip, because the rocks under the water are slippery, and you gotta have something that's gonna grab onto them. So wearing them on this trip, the water isn't all that warm. Not all that, I mean, it's not too bad. It's like not too bad as water around here goes. It is warming up, or getting less cold. Was it able to take a go and get washed up a little bit yesterday? So basically, as long as the air temperature is warm, I don't mind getting my feet wet at portages, because they soon dry out, and as you know, I wear a pair of socks inside the boots, so my feet, initially it feels cold, but my feet warm up pretty quickly, and yeah, I don't have any problems. Colder, if the temperatures were colder, then I'd be wearing some boots where I would keep my feet dry, or actually the boots I have neoprene liner, so even if my feet do get wet, they're not going to get cold. But for the temperatures I have on this trip, where it's been in the 70s, even up in lower 80s, getting my feet wet is no big problem. Okay, another thing, I talked about this earlier in the trip. Yeah. One of the things I got recently from the Gander Mountain sale were these Crocs. At the time I talked about them, sorry about the mess at the bottom of the shoe. So, well, at the time I talked about them, I hadn't worn them much yet. A couple of times around home and that. But now that I've worn them out here for a few days, I'm really liking these things. They're nice and comfortable. They dry quickly, so I don't have to worry about getting them wet. And just all around a good around camp option. They dry quicker than my Keens used to. I don't know if there's a model number in here. No, not finding a model name. But they're not your typical Crocs. They are some kind of a fabric here on top, but really comfortable, and really been enjoying wearing them around camp. And even the last, when I've gone out in the canoe on these day trips from here, where I know I'm not going to be getting out and hiking much or whatever, I've been wearing them to get them wet when I get in the canoe. They dry fairly quickly. I get them wet again when I get out of the canoe. No big problem. They dry quickly. They're comfortable, both dry and wet. So yeah, I really like these. Well, we're at the base of the bluff. Campsite is over there. As you can see, the clouds have really moved in now, unfortunately, because I wanted the sunlight. They're moving in from the north. So we gotta find a good way up here. Thick layer of pine needles, making everything awfully slick. This is a bushwhack kind of thing. A lot of other people have been up here before, but not enough to make a trail. This is pretty. Emerging leaves. Lots of moss up here too. See how high we've already come. Oh, they're just emerging lady slipper. A couple more around it. You know, the campsite is right over there. And I think we're about to summit here. Okay, not quite the summit. This is the southernmost opening, heading more northwards now. Hope I can find my way back to my canoe. Ah. Okay. Now we're summited. One more step up. And for reference, campsite is down there. I can just make out the tent. I don't know if you guys can or not, but you see the gap between the end of the little island and that little rock. I don't know what you call it. Rock outcrop in there. Kind of in between there on the far shore. I know zoomed in this far this isn't going to work, but right about there I can barely see my tent. That's my campsite. I wish it had stayed partly cloudy longer. The clouds hadn't moved in, but oh well. That other campsite where that father-daughter party was is right on that point, right in the middle of the frame there. So right there. Well, Sam and I are gonna kind of chillax at the summit here, at the top here before heading back. Unfortunately, the bugs are worse up here than they are at the campsite, believe it or not. But so I don't think we're gonna stay around here very long. There's a lot of gnats up here, nasty gnats, and keeping Sam hopping and me slapping. So yeah, not gonna stay here long. Sorry, heading back down, unfortunately. Dang gnats. Of course I don't really want wind when I'm out on the lake, but a little bit of a breeze up here would take care of the bugs a little bit better. Oh well, such is life. If it was perfect, we'd be in heaven. As it is, we're almost there. No, I'm not going to break into a John Denver song right now. Oh, but what a glorious, glorious view from up here. And a not bad day, despite the cloud cover. Can't complain, can't complain. I've had, but this is day 5, and so far I've stayed dry. And yeah, it was a good trip. A couple more lady slippers. These are stemless lady slippers. I'm not sure why they have that name, stemless, but that's what they're called. Not to be confused with the showy lady slipper, which is the state flower. They are a kind of orchid. A lot of people try to transplant these. They do not transplant well. They need specific conditions, and best to admire them and just leave them where they are, as they are. Stemless lady slippers. Just after I took that video of the lady slippers, I was trying to take a picture of them, and Sam decided, since I was down on the ground on the soft moss, that he would come and join me. So lady slippers are over there. I need to get down on my belly basically to get a good picture of them, and I've got an impediment in the way. It's Sammy time again. On my way back from the cliffs, I landed on the island across from my campsite. So Should be able to see the campsite there. A huge anthill. Wow. That one's kind of cool. It's got open. It's got old pines on here. It's kind of open, not very weedy. If it was bigger, it would make a good campsite, but not a very big island. There's the lake looking to the south. The bluffs I just climbed. And looking, you see how nice and open it is. And up this end it gets closed in a little bit. So I don't think I'm going to go any further. Sammy. You know, a little bit before lunch, I had a couple. I noticed them paddling around the point, paddling past the point over there. And they came straight to the campsite and they talked to me for a while. Asked me questions about the campsite up the way there, whether it was empty and what it was like and stuff like that. So had a nice little talk to them. They were from Clearwater, in for what, 4 days, something like that. I don't know. So they were asking me what the fishing was like. Yeah, right. Like I can tell them that. All I could tell them was that the other people that were up there before said the fishing was terrible. Didn't catch a thing. So anyway, then they disappeared. That dashed all hope I had of one full day without seeing anybody. Seen somebody every day now that have been out here, and there's a slight chance that maybe on the way out tomorrow I might not see somebody, but apparently I must have had the lake to myself last night, though, because I know they were gone, but the people that just came in said my car was the only one in the parking lot. Of course, it could have been somebody that group from down south there might have pulled out this morning too, so I don't know. I effectively had the lake to myself last night anyway, after that couple left, or after that father-daughter party left yesterday morning. It definitely felt like I had the lake to myself. So again, only one portage in, the first lake. Can't really complain. Been experiencing a lot of solitude, so really cannot complain. I've had lunch. I was going to film that, and I forgot. I do have lunch. Somebody asked me one time whether I had lunch, because I rarely ever film it. I had one of my summer sausage, cheddar cheese wrapped in a tortilla. Had one of those wraps today, as usual, as I've been doing all this trip. Right now, we do have some thunder showers in the area. Once in a while I hear thunder. We also have some bright patches in between the clouds. Wind's out of the west, so it's not really bothering me too much in here. Out on the lake, out further on the lake, it's a little bit choppy, but right close to shore, it's not too bad. I might let these thunder boomers get out of the area, and I might think about taking another paddle. Not really sure. Have to see how things go. But like I said, not too bad right here, but you get out on the water a little ways and there's definitely some wave action out there. Not serious, but enough that kind of discourages recreational paddling. I mean, if I was paddling out today or paddling somewhere in particular today, it wouldn't bother me, but just to get out there and paddle, yeah. Kind of interesting right now. We got dark skies and a thunder shower north of us, and another thunder shower to the south of us. But we have sunshine and blue skies behind us. Well, I'm heating water for supper now. Supper, as I said last night, is chicken and dumplings with veggies. Oh, excuse me. That first canister of fuel that I was using kind of went unusual on me. After doing breakfast in pretty good time this morning, I was expecting it to take a long time to die. Well, it didn't. I only had it on for a few minutes and it went poof out and it's gone. So that was pretty usable right until the end. So got a new bottle on there now, canister on there now. It's only going to have 2 meals on it by the time I leave here, but that first canister did me 8 meals total, so that's pretty good. Can't complain about that. didn't come out for a paddle tonight. Every time I thought about coming out for a paddle, big gust of wind would come up, or a big black cloud would suddenly loom. I finally actually put the boat away, thinking I wasn't going to make it. And then suddenly the gusts quit coming. The clouds quit looking so threatening. And I decided, the heck with it. I'm going paddling. My last evening paddle of the trip. Sure has turned out to be a beautiful evening. And actually, the whole day has been very nice. Just a few showers to watch out for this afternoon. We need a quick paddle anyway, because it wasn't real calm out there. Now we are back in camp and waiting for the sunset. Now, of course, since we're facing east, we're not going to actually see the sunset. But what I'm hoping for is, one, that it'll light up the cliffs, and two, that there'll be clouds behind those cliffs to also be lit up. So at least we have more clouds hanging around tonight than we have any of the other nights. So as long as they don't dissipate. And the other thing is as long as there's not clouds to the west that shut down the sun. So there's always these what ifs. If it works, it's going to be magical. If it doesn't, and more likely than not it won't happen, then that'll be typical. Lots of bust on the shots at sunset again. Not much in the sky at all anymore, except for way down there to the south. But those clouds hopefully will pick up a little bit of color eventually before they disappear completely. But anyway, as you can see, it's calmed down quite a bit now. Now would be a great time to be out finally.